Well, there are two, but I'll go with the more important one, and I think that is climate change.
Yeah, I hope that most of the youth will say the same thing.
Climate change, of course. It's a very noticeable answer.
I think there are a lot of big issues we have, but I think the most urgent one might be climate change. I think that's maybe what 90% of the people our age would say.
If you look at any news outlet, we have floods currently in India. There are climate events. It's not just, oh, climate change, it's gonna happen eventually. It's fucking happening.
And even though global warming, like most of it is because of big corporations and companies that we can't really directly affect. And, you know, every day we can make small changes and turn our lights off and cycle and stuff. But it's just, I think it's really upsetting to know that in the grander picture, it's the impact that we make on ourselves and our lives isn't going to change much.
We've tried to bring awareness for years now, and I've been a part of that community in my own home country, Iceland.
If we don't solve the climate crisis right now, then the other issues won't be important anymore because, well, we won't be alive to solve them.
I think the only thing that we can do is try and stop where we are, and I think that involves taking incredibly strident action to limit emissions. Mostly, like, cars are not even the biggest, like, carbon emitters that are polluting. Stuff like cruise ships and massive meat farms, which I will say the US, that's a bit on us. But we really can't be complacent in it anymore. We have to actually get our shit together and stop.
Let's say look at Kylie Jenner, who used her private jet for 30 minutes. She polluted more in those 30 minutes than the average person does in 3 years. So I just say it can't really be solved until people higher up with the money or the people in the big corporations, they finally get that message and start changing it.
But I think answering the question how you can solve that problem is so difficult.
Even if you know that the problem is there, people don't have the real feeling that they want to change it and make real action.
I think that is the number one threat to humanity in general. It's not something that's vague or just a concept. And I think that is the number one issue facing the world right now.